All right, welcome back. Next few videos, we are going to focus on disassembling the top end. So these are just on loosely to cover them. So these are coming back off. We are going to disconnect both of the VANOS actuating units, which are these guys in front. I'll show you how to do that. Before we do that, we're going to take off the cam timing chain tensioner, one for each bank. Then after that, we're going to remove the cam gears and then the cam shafts, and that'll probably take up the next few videos. After that, we're going to be pulling the cylinder heads. So let's get cooking.
You're actually recording already.
Yes, all of that is recorded.
Genuinely thought this was done. Like I just thought nothing of it, and then I got sick. Of course. Yeah, and then it's in your friends is like, you tested me. But like seriously, what year? This is 2020 part 4.
Yeah.
Like enough of it. Oh, no. Did you shit yourself again? This is the second time.
17.
So my Apple Watch kept yelling at me.
Because you were excited about
Very good. You haven't moved an outrage over 100. What's wrong with that? So I finally watching like excited about it.
So before I pull those out, I already verified timing, but I just want to show you guys real quick. So this is your flywheel crank lock tool. Goes on the harmonic balancer. So there is a notch in the crank right there, and you just got to make sure that it sits in that notch. So as long as that's there, you're good there. So you have to check intake and exhaust cams separately for timing. So intake is at top dead center, exhaust is 30 degrees after. So for this, we're only going to look at the intake because I don't need to rotate the engine again. But ion loss, again, E. So these have a little bridge on them. And you don't drop that, very expensive. Take this, flip it under. This sits right on that. And it basically needs to be level. So you can see this fits in this groove right here. that. And then this has to sit flush right there. So, and you can see that fits nicely. And we can see, hopefully you can see, that we are completely flat right there. And that we are right on there as well. So it's bank 1. And then bank 2, we do the same thing. No movement there. Again, completely flat there. We're lined up on our bridge there, and we're flush there. So we are currently in top dead center. Just important to know, not quite as critical when you're taking the engine apart, very critical when you're putting the engine together. So. Perfect. All right. All right. So this is our bank 1 tensioner. Pretty stiff, we're going to replace it anyway. This guy can go away. So grab some oil coming out. Bank 2. We'll put that over there so we know. Okay. All right, so one of the reasons that top dead center doesn't matter too much when you're taking it apart is because you have to release these screws. There's 6 of them on each hub, and you have to rotate the engine in order to do it. Forgot to put my timing locking tool away, that's okay. So to rotate the crank, we have a 32mm socket. Fits right on the front like that. Piece of cake. So let's look at the TIS. So here we go. Right there. Don't release the hex screws or you'll lose your timing. Shocking. This is removing, which is a little confusing because it says they must not be released, but then you must release them and don't drop them into the crank. So release all 6 of them on both hubs, and then you release the mount for the actual variable valve timing controller, and there's some checks they want you to do. So that is what we will begin doing.
So they're 1800 kelvin. I have full
That's a 5. We don't need that. All right, cool. Let's do this. These are not very tight, so don't need a whole lot of force or pressure, and you just want to give them about a quarter turn on the initial because you got to do them all. Alright. I don't think that's gonna fit. It will not. We're not gonna force it. And I'm taking extra care not to scuff the mating surface. Don't like oil leaks. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark the ones I've loosened. Just a dab of paint to know I did it. So, dab. Someone's probably going to tell me that I can just take these out right now, but I want to make sure that everything stays happy before I do that. So we have no chain tensioners, so need to be very careful when rotating the engine. We don't want anything jumping. You know what I didn't do? We're going to do this real quick. We're going to pull the spark plugs to make sure we don't have any compression. Really should have done that a couple videos ago, but that's okay. Knock it out real quick. Kind of wild how quickly these things can burn through plugs. We already got an oval pattern going on the electrode. I replaced these, maybe 10,000 miles ago. Pretty uniform, which is good. Okay. Slowly now.
Okay, so maybe it's OTS with PTS and UTS.
I mean, if some people are forced to have that, I'm not doing what's going to happen with BTS?
If you can hear screaming, that is my son, and he thinks he's a dinosaur. So you can tell this is loose because you can see the inner part of the plungers moving independently of that. Normally they would move together. So we are now freed up, and we will go ahead and start removing screws. There we go. These are all the same. You can keep track of them by individual camshaft if you want, but they're all identical. And they're all going to get cleaned up anyway. If you know it's coming out, that's what's happening. Okay, so don't ever spin your engine backwards, but I believe we are just a smidge mechanically stuck here. So we're gonna try and, there we go. That, okay. So they're not all the same. Some of these guys have washers. Some of these guys do not have washers, and the TIS did specify between them, but I didn't pay too much attention because it's all coming apart anyway. However, the non-washer goes on this plate. So this is the actual adjuster plate. And then the washer side goes on the shinier plate behind it. So keep that distinction in mind if you're doing it yourself. But it's all coming apart anyway, so. Okay, we're gonna leave that guy in. And yeah, we're gonna put that one back in as well. All right, so we got one more there on that plate. This one might be completely out, but we're gonna rotate it one more time. Just make sure we have, see this one on there, right? That didn't get. That's completely loose. Okay. Looks like, yeah, that one's completely off. That one's completely off. These should all be completely off now, so. Yep. Okay. And that's incidentally top dead center right there. So we're gonna stop rotating. And now you can see it's all janky, but that's okay. We're just gonna bring it back a smidge, which probably won't actually do anything. That's top dead center on the crank pin. We're close enough top dead center there. It's not aligning because, again, our variators are off. They are not aligned. Okay. So. These are specific to the side. You cannot mix them up. They will say right on them what side that they belong to. So right here, iron loss 1 through 5. Iron loss 6 through 10. Piece of cake. Interesting that they don't specify. Exhaust Could also be reading that wrong, but it does look EIN. So, okay, these are 10 millimeters. 3 of them, 4 of them. Learn to count. Okay, one at a time. These are ridiculously expensive. Do not mess them up. So, bank 2.
You're totally right there in that price is not that very interesting. And I think that is definitely one of the yeah, and you bring up different for that because you're like why do that extra cost? Whereas if someone compared to a 30 and it's actually quite awesome. It's 136. Small and does all those things and it's a turbocharged gets completed and getting the power out of it. And one of those people older wow, this is a car I think it turned out myself I'm scared shit so old, right? About 1500.
Normally try and avoid putting any tools in the engine, but make an exception that time because this guy is spendy. Okay. So this right here is what sets the advance or retard, and you lock it down. And again, you got to have the timing tools to do it, which incidentally are in that drawer. We're not super worried about it. Part that's going to be fun is taking these big old gnarly bolts out without causing this. If you do it wrong, it'll shoot the whole stinking thing out, and then you're having a bad time. So we're gonna try not to do that. Okay, so we're going to pause the video here, we're going to review some things, and then we will jump back into it. Don't hit the camera.